Good day, everyone. This is Jack Lin. I am the presenter of today's webinar with the title Intelligent SCADA and Monitoring Solution in Mission Critical Energy Industry. I will be introducing several of our applications and solutions that we have done with our customers and system integrators in several different types of energy industry applications. Okay, this is today's agenda. I will be introducing three major energy segments, which is oil and gas, electricity, and green energy. For oil and gas, we've done some projects for pipeline monitoring and refinery control. As for electricity, it's for transmission network monitoring. And the last one is green energy, the solar smart pole. To conclude this webinar, I will be introducing several featured products that have been used in the three projects, in the three solutions. Okay, the first one is oil and gas, pipeline monitoring and refinery control. This illustration is a pipeline that is distributed in the center of Saudi Arabia in the Middle East. That is longer, that has more than 1,000 kilometers long across the whole country. And alongside all this pipeline, there are several stations and sites that needs to be, the oil and the material needs to be processed within this pipeline, which you have some pump station, valve station, pressure reduction station, etc. And in this station, within all these stations, there are several parameters and several data that needs to be monitored in order to ensure the quality and the quality of the material and the safety of the whole process. So you have flow meter to monitor the flow, the volume of the flow. You have pressure meter to prevent a higher pressure that is in a normal situation. You also, obviously, you need to monitor the temperature using a thermometer, and as well as a gas sensor to prevent and to monitor any gas leak from the pipeline. Okay. Finally, as I said, this is a pipeline across the whole desert, across the whole country. So there will be no workers, there will be no people assigned on that pipeline. So you need to install many CCTV cameras to monitor any illegal activities or any abnormal situations, okay, by the camera. So all these devices are connected to our layer 2 managed switch called JetNet 5212GP-2C2F. Okay, this is a advanced layer 2 PoE switch that is able to provide power, both transmitting the data and provide power to these end devices at a very convenient application, and to monitor all this data from the sensors, from the meters attached to the pipeline, to these stations, and then send the data back to the control center using fiber optic connection. And because of the long distance, you need to install many, more than 150 units of switches alongside this pipeline. and connected, all of them connected in a optic fiber connection to form a redundancy ring to ensure seamless data transmission back to the control room. Okay, this is the pipeline data monitoring. When the goods got transmitted back to the refinery site, to the refinery factory, several different procedures needs to be done for the refinery. Okay, the first procedure is refining. Okay, the first procedure is refining. In the refining procedure, basically you heat up the oil, you heat up the goods inside a boiler. Therefore, you have a boiler controller, okay, which is controlled by our Bayer HMI. The name is X2 Extreme 7 inches HMI. Using this HMI, you're able to control the PLC, the server, and the I/O within the boiler, as well as digitalize all this data from the PLC, from the I/O to your database through our switch. Okay, this is a digitalization and smart manufacturing concept that our HMI is not only a controller, not only an interface for human to control the machine, but also a gateway that can seamlessly connect the OT layer and the IT layer to form a very seamless data transmission for the digitalization purpose. Okay, the other devices are thermometers to monitor the temperature, as well as distillation controller, and of course another CCTV for the video surveillance. All of these are connected to our GenNet 5612GP-4F. This is another layer 2 PoE managed switch, okay, that can provide PoE to the end device, and as well as sending the data up to the control room. After the refining process, we go to the second procedure, which is post-processing. You need to blend. You need to use a blender to blend the processed goods of the oil, and then you put it inside a tank for some cooling, cooling process inside the tank. Also, you also need a CCTV camera. There's a CCTV camera everywhere inside this refinery control room, refinery site. Okay, so this post-processing site is also connected with a 5612GP PoE switch. And the final procedure is the storage. Okay, after the processing of the goods, you need to store the oil and for further shipping and selling to the buyers and customers. So in the storage procedure, you have another tank which is controlled again by our Bayer HMI X2 Extreme 7 to control the open and close, to control the volume, to monitor the volume of the tank, etc., etc. And you have another gate controller to control the value that is inside the tank or outside the tank, and another CCTV camera. Okay, all these controllers and cameras are again installed and connected to our layer 2 PoE switch, which they form a redundant ring at the field site, and then uplink the data to the layer 3 core switch, GenNet 6828GF, okay, which is a certified switch that is able to provide a advanced security and redundant function to your core switch to ensure a secured and redundant, reliable network in this mission critical application. Okay. This is for oil and gas, and the second application is for electricity, the transmission network monitoring. Okay, in the transmission network for electricity, a major procedure of the transmission is to reduce the voltage, the electrical voltage of the electricity, of the power, coming from the power generator, coming from the power generation site. The voltage could be more than hundreds of thousands of voltage, and alongside the transmission, it needs to be reduced a bit by a bit from different layer to the to supply to our houses, to offices, or to factories, based on different requirement of the voltage. So there are several transmission sites and substations that is doing this voltage reduction, and a critical process and operation within these sites is to first, of course, to reduce the voltage, and also for damage control, for emergency control, to stop the circuit, to stop the transmission, and for some if there's any mistake or error that's happened to the network. Okay, so on the process level, you have the power meter to examine, to monitor the power. You have the relay for the on-off switch, and of course, you have the intelligent switch gear for the main purpose that I mentioned about. And these devices are connected to our layer 2 JetNet switch 5508 IF, which is a IEC 61A50-3 certified switch to be able to be used in the circuits in the environment like substation. Okay, these are some actual photos of the substation that has been monitored and has been connected to our switch. On the bay level, you have the IED, basically is a controller to control through our switch, to control and to monitor all these process level devices. Okay, and from the bay level to the station level, again, we used a JetNet 6828GF, a layer 3 core switch, to monitor and to connect, transmit the data from the process level and from the bay level to the station level, to where the central control room is, to form a secured and reliable network. Okay, the third solution, the third application is green energy, the solar smart pole. This is a very popular, a very hot topic in many of the advanced countries, that they want to improve the usage of the pole into a multifunctional, multi-purpose pole that is able to provide the concept, is able to comply with the concept of smart city and IoT in all these latest concept for the hot topic. On this smart pole, solar smart pole, there are many different devices that has been installed inside this pole. First, obviously, you have a solar panel on the top side of the pole. This is to generate the electricity, generate the power from the solar panel to supply power to all this device. But of course, if the power is sufficient, if the solar power is sufficient, then all these devices can be boot up, can be powered up by the solar power. But if not, there's still a redundant power supply installed in this smart pole to ensure a uninterrupted power supply. Okay, so first one is solar panel. The second one is LED smart lighting. It's a light, LED light, but it will adjust its lighting based on the lightness, based on the darkness in this nearby environment. The third one is a Wi-Fi AP. It supplies a Wi-Fi access point for the people that is nearby to be able to connect to the public Wi-Fi and to be able to use the Wi-Fi alongside this smart pole. The fourth one is CCTV. Obviously, when we're talking about smart city, security is definitely the most important part of this. So CCTV alongside the smart pole is a must. Is very normal in these days. Okay, the fifth one is somehow not very popular nowadays. It's information display. Okay, for the smart pole, you have the information display, digital signage. Basically, it shows weather, news, sometimes traffic situations, sometimes advertisement. So many different purposes that could be displayed using this digital signage. Okay, also installed on this smart pole. Finally, the last device is emergency alarm. Okay, whether if there's an accident next to the pole, whether if there's an someone is being attacked or someone's being harassed, okay, near this pole, anyone could push this emergency alarm for the ambulance or for the police to come as soon as possible. All these devices are connected to our layer 2 PoE switch, JetNet 5210 GP-2C-U. Okay, the solar panel is being transmitted to a power meter and then connected to our switch for the purpose of monitoring the generation of the power as well as the usage, the consume of the power. Okay, and once we got the power from the solar panel or the redundant power supply that I talked about, we are able, the switch is able to provide the PoE++ power to all these other devices. The PoE++, the meaning of PoE++ is that it supplies maximum 90 watts per port to the end device. This is the maximized power that has been seen in the industry, in the market. Okay, we can supply a maximum 90 watts per port to the end device to ensure that we can power up nearly all kinds of PoE devices. Okay, PoE end devices. So we gathered the data from the CCTV and from the Wi-Fi, from the information display, and we transfer the data using optical fiber connection back to the control room. Also, another critical part that wins us that let us win this project is that a software function within our switch is called PoE priority setting. Okay, PoE priority setting, the concept is that we can prioritize different ports of the PoE supply. Let's say that there's a shortage of the power supplied to the switch that affect the switch for providing the PoE power. Now, we can prioritize the PoE that we want to supply to different port. Let's say the most important usage, the most important application or device on this pole should be the CCTV camera, okay? So we prioritize the port that CCTV camera is connecting to the switch as number one, the most important. And then secondly, maybe the LED lighting is also very important, followed by information display, perhaps. The least important could be Wi-Fi AP. You can stop the Wi-Fi. You can not using the Wi-Fi, and you can survive. So the least important priority will be assigned to this Wi-Fi access point. For example, okay, so you can prioritize the PoE to achieve a more detailed function setting using our switch. Okay, those are the three solutions that I shared today in the energy segment, in the energy market. I want to introduce you a few featured products that's been used in these solutions. The first one is the Bayer HMI X2 Extreme. Okay, several features that I want to highlight. The first one is that this is not only an HMI but also a gateway. It supports all major PLC drivers and database protocol. That's why we call ourselves an OT to IT gateway. Okay, we can talk to PLC and we can talk to the database, both sides, seamlessly and very, very effortless. All of these drivers and protocols are already being embedded and installed in our X2 Extreme HMI. Secondly, the IX software also comes with our hardware. Is a very user-friendly and reliable tool. Okay, we use this one software for all kinds of purpose that you want to develop. First of all, you want to design your scheme. You want to design your script and your function using the IX software for development, for software development. Okay, once you developed it, you put it in our HMI to run it. For the runtime, you also use IX software for the runtime purpose. And to monitor the data, to digitalize all this data to the database, to the server, you want to form a dashboard in the control room for the owner to see and to analyze for the statistical analysis. You also design the dashboard using IX software. So one software for developing, for runtime, and for dashboard showing. Okay, it's very convenient and very cost saving. The third feature is top class vector graphics. Okay, we use the vector graphics scaling so that no matter how big you scale the object, it is still in a very high resolution and very good graphics. We also support high brightness and dimmable backlight, as well as internal isolation. So very ruggedized and very industrial design for all kinds of purpose. Okay. Finally, this is certified by all major classification societies, including gas, vapor, dust, heat, vibration, pressure, marine, etc., etc. So all these different industrial application, we have a suitable certification. We are standardly certified by these certification, by these classification and regulation to be used in your mission critical environment. Second product, the JetNet 6828GF, a core layer 3 managed switch, which comes with 16 Ethernet ports plus 8 combo ports and 4 SFP ports for a very flexible usage. The flexibility lies within the 8 combo ports, okay? The combo ports means that you can either connect with Ethernet or fiber, okay? So that you can design your topology, design your network in a very flexible way to create your environment, your network using this switch. Secondly, this supports advanced cybersecurity functions, including DHCP snooping, IP source guard, dynamic ARP, and access control list. Basically, it says that we are protecting your network from all kinds of ways, from all around of the environment, doing data encryption and doing access control from unknown attacks, whether it's external network or internal network. We do a all-around cyber security protection. Okay, the third feature is advanced redundancy technology to support all kinds of topology. Using our Corning's own patent MSR, multiple super ring, and super chain, which is a more complex topology, using one switch to form a different size of chain. You have small size of chain, you have a bigger size chain, using one switch, okay? A more complex topology. Also, we support a standard ERPS redundancy technology for our switch to be able to connect to third-party switch in one redundancy ring, okay? Finally, it is certified with IEC 61850-3, as well as IEEE 1613. These are substation certifications for the electricity application I just mentioned. Also, it is certified by EN 50121-4, which is a railway certification standard for our switch to be used in the transportation segment. Okay, final page. The last featured product is the JetNet 5212GP and JetNet 5210 GP. This is a product family. We call it JetNet 52 family. Okay, very newly designed by Corning. The features are full gigabit bandwidth. We support full gigabit bandwidth, which is sufficient for all kinds of edge side data transmission. Okay, from that smart pole you just saw, we transfer the video data as well as the power meter and the digital signage and supplying the Wi-Fi. So a very sufficient bandwidth to be used in our JetNet 52 product family. Second feature, we supplies 240 watts or 480 watts, different by different model, with high power PoE, power over Ethernet, to boot up all the edge devices without extra cabling. So very convenient and very effortless cabling design for our system integrators. The third feature is that it comes with a very modular firmware design, a latest modular firmware design with cutting-edge technology in advanced security, redundancy, and management functions in the configuration page. I will not go into details in these technology that we are designing, but just a concept to let you know that we are continuously to improve the software functions of our product family. So any customer that buys this switch could be upgraded through time using just a firmware upgrade that is publicly being downloaded on our website. So the functions and the software will be improved and upgraded through time once you purchase this product family. Finally, the last feature is that this product family is a very flexible series for your selection. It comes with 8 or 10 or 12 or 16 ports for your flexible selection, as well as non-PoE or PoE or PoE++, which PoE++ is the 90 watts, maximum 90 watts per port that I just mentioned. So different application, different environment, we have all kinds of selections for your convenience, all right? Okay, these are the very short and simple version of our solution that I want to share for today. I want to highlight that if you ever face any similar application or any similar request from your system integrator or from your customer, please remember to contact us, to talk to us and see what kind of solution that Bayer and Cornix could provide to your need, to your requirement. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for your time. Okay, please, if you have any questions, leave it in the text box or send an email to us afterwards. Okay, thank you for your time. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye bye.